Hi everybody. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that I think you should know before getting into the sport of mixed martial arts. So stay tuned. So today I'm going to share with you 5 things that I think you should know before getting into the world of mixed martial arts. And these 5 things are from me that I kind of picked up along my journey into becoming a champion in the world of mixed martial arts. And so the first thing that I want to share is you will realize that you don't have to train to become a cage fighter or a fight in the cage. You don't need any necessary experience as long as you're willing to step in the cage and fight. Any promotion that is local will probably be willing to take you in as long as you're willing to fight in the cage. I fought 2 guys that had no experience whatsoever in the cage. When we got there, they didn't have a guy for me to fight. And what they did was they went into the crowd and started asking around to see if anybody had fights on their record. And along came this one guy who had 3 fights, and they asked if he wanted to fight me for $200. He turned down the offer, but the funny thing was the person that came with him was willing to take the fight. And this guy had no experience whatsoever, never fought before in the cage, but they were willing to pay him $200 to fight me. So that fight did go down, and even though he weighed 20 pounds more than me, they still made it happen, because in the amateur realm, you don't have to make weight as long as both gyms agree that they'll let it happen. So that's what happened. The second one is you are going to get hurt, and you're going to get hurt a lot. Now, you can go in there sometimes, get lucky with a punch or a kick and knock out your opponent, but for the most part, you're probably going to get hurt. You're probably going to get hit. You're probably going to get kicked. I've been kicked in the balls. I've been kicked in the face. I've been hit in the face. I've a broken chin. I have a dislocated shoulder. I've had it all. I've been knocked out. The knockouts are probably the less painful hits, because you don't actually feel anything. You kind of just wake up on the canvas and not know what happened. So I have been knocked out. It's a funny, weird experience, because it's like a blink of an eye and you're looking up at the ceiling. So you're gonna get hurt no matter what. I've had friends and teammates in the cage that had a broken cheekbone. They had to put a metal plate into his face. I've had guys that had busted tooth, busted lip. You're gonna get hurt in the cage. That's why my number 3 is you're gonna need to find a good gym to train at. Finding a good gym to train at makes a whole big difference. If you have a gym that you train at, and that gym, let's just say it's a Taekwondo gym, okay? And you're gonna go do MMA and you fight in Taekwondo and you train in Taekwondo, and then you go fight in MMA. Well, MMA is mixed martial arts, so it's kicking, it's punching, it's elbows, it's knees, it's takedowns. And if you don't know any of that stuff and you only know how to kick someone, well, more than likely you're probably going to get taken down and then beat, or you're probably going to get punched in the face when you try to kick them. So the gym really matters what kind of gym you train at. You have to understand that. That's probably one of the biggest things before, if you want to have a career in this sport, is that you have to be picky about the gyms that you go train at. My number 4 is one thing that you cannot really control when you're an amateur, and that is pay. When you're an amateur, pay is kind of stable. They don't negotiate pay. Your instructor isn't going to negotiate your pay yet until you become a pro. But also by then, depending, you have to be good too. So if you have a record of 25 losses and you're going pro, they're not going to pay you that much, because unless you have great losses, like you get knocked out all the time and people want to see you get knocked out again, then, I don't know. But if you have 25 losses and you're thinking to get paid like $10,000 on your first pro fight, it's not going to happen. They're more likely going to give you $1,000 the most. A lot of fighters that I know, their first pro fight, they got only $1,000. Now, in the sport of boxing, it's a little different, okay? Kickboxing is a little different too. I don't know how much kickboxing and Muay Thai is, but I know in boxing, we had a friend that his first pro fight in boxing, he got $10,000 his first pro fight. Now, does that mean that he was good? I don't know. He did put on a show, but it's just the money is completely different with boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. So you have to understand that there's a lot of politics that are involved when it comes to MMA too. And there's very little pay. So don't expect a great big paycheck in MMA. So my number 5, something that I want you to be aware of, and that is you're going to be very lonely in this sport when you're trying to become a champion in the world of mixed martial arts. In any sport, it's going to be kind of lonely, but nothing more lonelier than fighters, because when you're fighting, you're going to find out that you're going to be training a lot of times alone. You're going to be doing things alone most of the time. The journey to becoming a champion is very lonely, and that's what my instructor told me. There were some days when I was training at the gym, I realized that it was just me and him every day. It was just me and him. And I asked him one day and said, why is it just us? Is there anybody that lives here that trains? And he just said to me, well, you'll kind of figure out that this sport is kind of a lonely journey. And he was absolutely right. There was a lot of nights where it was just me and him, and sometimes there was just some nights that it was just me, and I'll be training by myself. I'll be going out jogging by myself. I would be hitting the bag all by myself. I'll be at home all by myself, training by myself. It's a very lonely journey, and you'll figure that out on your own too. Becoming a fighter, becoming a champion, that's sometimes what it takes. So those are my 5 that I want to share with you guys, and I hopefully you guys make the best decision for yourself. If this is something that you are passionate about and you love, you should go for it. But if it's something that you're trying to make money out of it, this is not a good resource of money. Would I ever change anything? The people that I have met through this sport and made friends that I've made in this sport, I would never change it. There's so many people that I have met that I have involved in my life, and they're just phenomenal, great people that I can never, I'm in so much debt to them, just the gratefulness that they have given me throughout the years that I've known them. There's good people in this sport, and that's one thing you'll understand and start realizing too when you get into this sport. But there's a lot of great people involved in the sport of martial arts. All right, until next time, you guys, we'll hear from you guys and see you guys soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more to let me know that you guys are still following and still liking my content. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God